name of this?
Here we go.
Hi, everybody. What's it say at the top? I don't know.
Says we're live.
How y'all doing?
We have a visitor. Well, we have two guests today, but one's way over there. You can't see her. She's hiding.
This is the cute guest.
This is the cute one. She's
we have one that did her hair and one that didn't. Yeah, see?
Hi. Say hi, Willow.
Can you see yourself?
Well, we're here today, and we're just going to talk. We were talking last week about the new bundle, the new part of the Stampin' Up. What's it called?
Sale-A-Bration.
Well, yeah,
the second release.
The second release, yeah, thanks. And we were talking about some of the fun things that you could do with the paper. We absolutely love the mushroom paper. Here's some of the. If you haven't seen it yet, it's completely gorgeous. There's like a solid side and a printed side. This is the mushroom paper that we can't quite get over, and we love the back of it and the Poppy Parade colors. They match the two-step stamp sets in the Painted Season stamp set. And then there's a Christmas, kind of a throwback Christmas paper that is just beautiful. And so we thought it would be fun to see how many stamp sets. We got to talking about mushrooms because, you know, when we were kids, mushrooms were really a big deal. And we remember all the Holly Hobby stuff and all the Hallmark stuff. And so that's kind of tweaked our...
And the stamp set doesn't have a mushroom.
Huh?
The stamp set that goes with that paper doesn't have a mushroom.
Yeah, and the stamp set doesn't have a mushroom in it. And we're like, oh, if we only had a mushroom. So... today's all about like all the different things. We're gonna share some techniques, but we're also going to talk about what stamp sets in the catalog you could kind of coordinate with, so you'd help your customers pull in either add-on sales or just using what they've already got with the coordination paper. So the first thing I did is I have a fairy set. Now, I don't know how many, we may make a whole segment on this. I don't know how many of you have purchased a lot of stamp sets because they're to die for and you need them and you have to have them. But then the whole year goes by and you go back to look at and pull out your discontinued stuff and you haven't even opened them. You haven't even put them together. So we're going to fight that with all we have. So this was the fairy, let's see here, it was the... Fairy Sale-A-Bration that I had, bought it last year, and look how, here, yeah, do this one like that. Look how cute. I just used the blends and some sparkle shimmer paper, and it is just such a good match with these little fairies. The colors are great. It's kind of whimsical. This one was really fun, and you can see I've used a lot of the mushroom paper and then flipped it over with the coordinating graphic paper, and I love how it makes it stand out. It just accents it really well. This last one is my absolute favorite because it has a mushroom in it. Did you really even know that there were more mushroom stamps in the catalog? There are quite a few, actually. And I'm going to show you a quick technique about how to color the wooden elements as well. Cheri kind of came up with this, but I'm going to demo it for you. And I'm going to do that in just a second. But we do want you to know, we made a little PDF that you can, you know, take a look at. You can download it if you want to. But it's got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different stamp sets that we think would look amazing with this paper. And it has a couple of Christmas stamps, and we're going to demonstrate a couple of the other ones that are on here. So what we'll do is we will, I'm going to show you on the live, and then we're also, we're going to post the photos. Yeah. We're attempting to record an up close of what we do, what we demonstrate, because we realize this is kind of far away, and we're gonna record a piece here. We're going to put the pictures up, and then there's also the PDF is already on the Facebook page, so you can just go to files and download it, and it should come up in as a PDF for you. So we hope that it helps a little bit in your sales, and and everything. We're here to have fun and support you and find cool new things. So you've got the take your pick tool, which you've got this little gummy end on one end, and the other end it snaps in. It can either be a I can't, all my words are gone. It could be there's a stylus that comes with it, like that a ball ends, and then a pick, just a pick.
A pointy thing. That's
yeah.
what we call it at my camp. A pointy thing.
Yeah. So what you're gonna do? Oh, I forgot the ink.
Well, here, what color would you? How about some lemon lime twist?
Let's do a lemon lime twist. We'll do. I'm gonna do the leaves, since that will make more sense with the.
Oops. Let me start this.
Okay.
There you go.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the sticky end with the gum on it, and I'm gonna pick up my little element. Then I am going to just tap it in my ink pad until I get it the color I want. So you can see that it's going to be green. Then what I'm going to do is just lay it down. I'm going to
The idea is to not get your fingers dirty.
Yeah, because you know how you're trying to do these little guys and you mush your hand down in it, and then you've got green ink and you've got to get up and go wash your hands or you have a mess. So this is a nice clean way to go. So I'm going to take the pointy end and just take,
Spatula end.
I'm going to take the spatula end and flip it over like that. And then I'm going to take my glue dot and just place it on the back. And then I'm going to get one of my other cards, because my opinion, you can never have too much. And I'm just going to lay it down. Actually, if you can't quite get it where you want it, you can use the tool thing to...
There you go.
Nothing goes right in life, but that's all right.
This one?
So there you've got.
And then you did it, and you didn't have to touch anything.
All clean. So there you go. I hope it helps. I thought it was pretty ingenious.
The one, if you get any ink on whatever the gummy part is, as soon as it gets much ink on it, it stops being gummy.
Because I did it where I colored it all the way like this. I'll just do another one. And then if you flip it over, like you can use your spatula to flip it, but now if you try to go and pick it up again, it's not gonna stick.
Well.
So you kind of have to let it, you wipe that end off so you get a fresh. And actually at that point you need to let it dry a little bit, so then you can take your spatula and just put it here and.
It works fine once the ink's dry.
Yeah.
It's just while the ink's wet.
I thought it was a pretty cool idea, and I love this set. This set is very inspiring. So, all right. So who's next?
I'll go next.
Okay.
Do it.
Here, I'm going to just move because I think it's better the same.
Yeah. And one thing, one of the reasons we're showing you the paper is if you haven't noticed that the Grapefruit Grove paper has sold out. So if you still have a list of things that you're trying to decide for celebration, like what order you want to get them, it's always better to save your stamps towards the end, because the consumables will sell out. So there's a chance like the folder that has just been released or this paper would sell out before any of the stamp sets, because Stampin' Up! Makes the stamps, so they'll be around for longer. So I am going to show you, I have the Foxy Friends stamp set. Oh, here's my cards. So I'm going to show you a couple of techniques that I did with those, because I got the Foxy Friends, and it may have been my very first video ever on YouTube, which I'm getting close to 300 videos now, so it's been a minute. I couldn't even remember how I made the deer, so I had to go back and fast
Watch
forward
your own video.
I was like, how do you make this deer? Because I don't know that I've used the Foxy Friends for that long. But it's a super cute stamp set. Still has the punch. We still have it all. And it matches. It has mushrooms in it. It has elements in it that match the paper. a phone call.
Sorry about that.
Watching.
Yeah, I know.
We have kids all over the place. We have grandkids. We have kids calling. We have kids here. We have kids everywhere. So for those of you, we would just like a little FYI. If your kids are 4 and you think when my kids are grown, it's not true. They're never leaving. I just got the death glare from the 24-year-old. Although there's a 25-year-old upstairs.
Yep.
So, and there was one that was just on the other end of the phone. They're all over the place. So this is a cute, super cute set. We love them all. They don't ever leave. So when you, she's watching herself. So I'm going to show you a couple of techniques with this because this is a solid colored stamp set. So you don't often think of using the blends with it, but to make it match the paper, it needs to have more than one color. So first I'm going to use, hopefully I pulled all my right things. I'm going to use the solid color Fox. And I pulled out the colors that are in the paper of the mushroom paper. So this is crumb cake. And you just stamp, which isn't a very good impression, but it'll work. So I have the whole, let me turn this on here. Actually, I'll do another one because that stamped kind of not so well. If there wasn't a child here, I would use another word for not so well. So here we go. I'll do it again. But it's a solid image stamp. And you'll see better in this one what I'm doing. Oh. So it's crumb cake. And then I have my crumb cake blends. So you can color over the top of it. So I'm going to go first with my dark crumb cake and just kind of outline a little bit. You can see where it kind of smudged funky. So you can kind of fill that back in. Like this. And then everywhere where, like this set has, like he has tails, so he can be a raccoon. He's got other, like, pieces. So he's not really, she's not really connected. It's a she because I put a bow on her later on. So I'm going to take the brush tip now of my blend and just kind of brush over it and fill her in. And all these white spots, I don't want her to be white. So any place on these bold stamps where the ink doesn't go so great, it covers up all those little blotchy bits. My crumb cake blend has seen better days. I actually have several of them and I should have brought a better one. But you can see it kind of just fills that all in. She'll put it up there. So that's how I did that. And then I cut her out and I tied a bow around her neck. And then to get, where's the paper? There it is. I wanted the colors of these flowers. Like you can, I was trying to get it to look like the colors of the flowers. So 2 things with this. I'll show you, you can watch it on this video in a second when we post it. We're not taping all of it, we're just taping it up close. If you don't know, when you use, I didn't clean this off, so show you an ink saving, clean your hands technique and then pull a dirty stamp off. So this stamp's kind of wide, but when you're using photopolymer, you can bend it to be whatever shape you want. So I'm using this rectangle for my card, this stitched rectangle, and I want it to be a little bit this way. So when you mount them on your stamps, just, you don't want to keep them on here forever because it kind of messes with them, but you can bend them to be what you want. So I've just bent this to be a little bit more of a U shape, or a C shape maybe. And then I stamped it in a lemon lime twist. You want this? Sure. Here. And then it has, Call Me Clover, I think, is the green that's in it. So to get this little thing to look more like the leaves in the paper, I just took a little line here. And we don't have a blend that's these colors. Willow's gonna help me.
She's a good helper.
She is. So I just drew a little line. And since I didn't have a lighter one to blend it, I took the color lifter. And you can just blend with that. And it will blend that in.
And so you're actually mixing the water ink and the alcohol ink on this one.
So it does just enough to get little smudgies, and I'll have her hold you up there in just a second so you can see it. Because then this paper also has a lot of the poppy for the berries. So I just took the little round tip of the pointy tip, and if you just dot it, it gives just the perfect berries.
That's really cute. I wouldn't have thought about using the lifter to get the blend of colors the way I wanted it to.
I'm going to move this down just a tad.
Here you go, so you can show me down. So then it matches the paper a lot more.
So see how it's all blended? It's really pretty.
So the finished card then, I also did the wood pieces on this. Turn this off. So it has the little mushrooms, it has the little piece that matches, and then...
And did you remember that the fox head had the mushrooms in it? Yeah, me either.
And then it also has, you can make the fox be a reindeer. So I just pulled out the Christmas paper as well and made a little Christmas card. Because I know a lot of people will start having, like in May and June, they'll start having their, Christmas in July stamp parties, and then this will give you a way to use it. So I will put pictures of both of these on underneath. So that's what I have for you. Pull out a Foxy Friends that I haven't used for 2 years to go with the paper.
Okay, I have some tips for you too, and I have to first get my pieces because I've handed her anything. Willow is...
Stuff to entertain grandchildren.
Yeah, Willow was a year in December, and she has a new brother who had to go to the doctor. And so last minute, Willow decided to join us.
Now she's gardening.
So, oh gosh. There's 4 of us adults here, but one small child can make you jump quickly. Because she's got, that is Cheri's blend. Is that what you're... Okay, so here's my tips and tricks for the day. I pulled out the hedgehogs, because it has mushrooms. So again, our challenge was to see what we could find that had mushrooms in them. So the tips and tricks that I did, I took for my paper, I wanted to stamp it on actual DSP. So I cut the paper, so this is our 6x6, and I trimmed it down. I stamped on the lighter side, so I decided to stamp on the lighter side and add my pretty mushrooms here on the side. And then on this piece, I wanted to, after I stamped the words on white, I wanted to add some background to it. So I took this punch and I used my markers to put my little mushrooms on and add my words. But I wanted this to have an outline to it. And so I found my favorite way to outline this punch is to take it, and I would normally cut it, but I don't know where my scissors are. Here. Oh, no, it's fine. And then punch out a circle, and then I lay it, I separate it, and lay it behind so that I can outline my punch. So my punch gets outlined. So I've done this a couple of times. I did it at camp last month. So here's my card, and you can see how I've outlined the little mushroom. But the other tip I wanted to show you that I've done a couple of times, especially with the note cards and envelopes, I found that Stampin' Up! Makes them just like smidge into the envelopes. They don't give you a lot of room. So I've pulled out my punch board, and you don't realize how much a 1-year-old can get into stuff in a short amount of time. I'm just saying.
Well, it's not exactly a Wonder Basement baby-proof at this point.
I've folded my my cardstock in half, and so I'm going to take this seam, and I'm going to... Oh, sorry.
So we're going to put that up too.
Okay, so I'm going to line it up. Like I've got this seam here, and I can line it up with a notch if I want to do it that way, or I can line it up on the side, whichever way I choose to do. But the goal is to punch that down, and then I flip it over and do the same thing on this side. Then I've notched out my card so that I can add ribbon. Because on the note cards and some of the stuff, when you add that thicker ribbon and you want to wrap it around your card, it's too hard to get an envelope. So that's what I've done on this one. I notched it out so I could add my ribbon to it. So that's my quick tip, is to remember to use these. My punch board I use a lot just for notching, and I like it. Which is this, the box one?
It's the gift box. Oh, we don't.
Oh, there it is. It says gift box punch board. It is. I looked it up.
Okay, cool.
I wanted to make sure it was still in the catalog before I started to.
Cool.
Not that we've done that before or anything. So my two little tips and tricks was this, and then the punch.
Did you show the card?
I did.
Okay, cool.
Cheri did. Yep. So I'm taking Willow.
Oh no, she's gonna get you.
Come here, Shorty. Come on,
She
friend.
say it. She lost her shoe again.
Oh yeah, that's all right.
So this is life with a 1-year-old. I'm sure most of you can relate. I know that Kathy, did you say you're...
Yeah, she has two twin 7-year-olds today.
No.
Yeah.
Grandchildren.
That's fun too. They're all fun. That's why we love what we do. The main thing is to remember that the PDF is on the Facebook page, so you can download and see what stamp sets we found that we thought would really work well with the coordination paper. And it's not really coordination paper, but Sale-A-Bration paper, all that. So anyway, it'll look really good, but post some of your ideas downstairs. I mean, like, if you make a card with any of these ideas, then post it down below. We'd love to see them. We're always looking for new ideas and things too. So thanks for sticking out with us or hanging out with us and having a good afternoon.
We'll post some pictures, the close-ups of all the cards underneath.
Oh yeah, we'll post the videos and then the close-up pictures, and also we're still working on the demo in the Indianapolis area, the demo meeting. It'll be sometime April-ish, so that's kind of what we
We'll
just
have
said.
the registration for it soon.
All right, guys, see you later.
Thanks. Have a good one.
Bye. And this will be on YouTube, where you can share it on YouTube, and maybe we'll get a YouTube channel up. We have, like, our to-do list is 500 things long, but there will be a YouTube, and you can share it from there. So
we're working on it.
Yep.
Thanks.
All right,
Bye,
have a
guys.
good day. Bye.
Have fun.